Hi everybody, welcome back. So this is the Google Doc with all the examples, but I just finished example 1A. Now I got to do example 1B. And so I inserted a Google drawing. Now I'm going to edit it to make sure that I show you how to graph a systems of linear equations. So once again, we are on section 8-1, which is solving systems of linear equations by graphing. Okay, so we have to graph. So this equation was this system is y equals 3x minus 3, and then y equals x minus 3. So this equation is already set up in slope-intercept form. The slope-intercept form of an equation is y equals mx plus b, where the m represents the slope and then the b represents the y-intercept. So when I compare this equation with this formula, I can see the m is represented by the 3 and the b is represented by the negative 3. So that means that the y-intercept is negative 3 and the slope is 3. So if I have to graph it, I go to the y-intercept first, negative 3. This is my y-axis, so I go to the negative 3. Negative 3 is going by 2, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. Negative 3 is right there. Sorry, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Negative 3 is right there. Now the slope is 3, so from this point, I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3, and then rise 3, and then run 1. Okay, again, rise 3, and then run 1. Rise 3, and then run 1. I can put as many as I want to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make the line. So right here, select the line. And once again, I started right there, negative 3. Now remember, I can also go down 3, 1, 2, 3, and then to the left 1. So I'm going to start right here. When I make the graph, I'll start right there, and then I go 1, 2, 3 over to the 1. So that's my y-intercept, negative 3. So from here I go up 3, 1, 2, 3 to the right 1. From here I go 1, 2, 3 to the right 1, and then 1, 2, 3 and to the right 1. So I graph it, and I'm looking at the center of the cross, so make sure I counted correctly and the points are nicely lined up, okay, because they have to be neatly. So now I look at my next equation. The other equation is y equals x minus 3. I can clearly see that this minus 3 represents the b, but oh my gosh, there's no coefficient of the x. So if there's no number, well, what can I multiply the x by and continue to get an x? Okay, 1. So 1 times x is still x. So that means that the slope is 1. 1 as a fraction will be 1 over 1. So if I need to graph it, once again, my y-intercept is going to be negative 3. Right here, negative 3, and my slope is 1. So from here I go 1 up to the right 1, 1 up to the right 1, 1 up to the right 1. So it's going to start on those 3's, and it's going to go just rising 1 and running 1. Okay, now remember, okay, I started at negative 3. I can also, instead of rising, I can go down 1 to the left 1, down 1 to the left 1, down 1 to the left 1, down 1 to the left 1. So technically I can start right here. And as long as I make sure that I start at, it goes through the negative 3, and then rise 1 over 1, rise 1 over 1, rise 1 over 1. So it's going to be going like this, okay? Now, when you are, do that again. I don't know how to get rid of that. So when you graph a systems of linear equations, okay, the solution is the point where they intersect. So they're intersecting right there. So what is the coordinate for that point? How do I get to that point from 0, 0? Well, I don't go right or left. So that means 0 right or left. And then I go down 1, 2, 3. So the solution, I write it as an ordered pair. The solution is 0, negative 3. Okay, and I can check right here. So if my x is 0, is the y negative 3? Yes, 0 times 3 is 0, minus 3 is negative 3. If my x is 0 here, 0 times 1 is 0, minus 3, yep, that's negative 3. So it makes both equations true. So therefore, the solution is -3. I'm sorry, 0, -3. Okay, thank you so much. And it's right there.